when it's done rectally.
Okay.
And the huge benefit of coffee enemas is a very quick way to detox.
Yeah, it pulls it out. It binds to the
well, basically,
toxins,
the
right?
caffeine travels up the portal vein from the colon up to the liver. And the liver doesn't like the caffeine. So when I can feel it, I do them quite often. When you have to lie on your right side, and when you can feel when the caffeine hits the liver has a bit of a freak out. And you hear this gurgling, and you can feel it just under your rib cage. And that's the liver kind of excreting in a very violent way the toxins that are around it or connected to the gallbladder.
Yeah.
So it's the thing about detox is just you got to sweat, get stuff out more, and then take in less toxins. And a lot of people, I tell people, look, if you're healthy, start doing the coffee enema when you're healthy. Because when you're really sick, and if you don't detox on a regular basis, you will be sick eventually. You probably won't have the energy or the courage to try a coffee enema because you didn't try it when you were healthy. So try a coffee enema when you're healthy. Get the proper protocol. You don't use hot coffee. Don't try it on your own. Just make sure you get the proper protocol so you know what side to lie on, how hot the coffee should be, what kind of coffee you use. There's special coffee for coffee enemas. It's not the same coffee.
Not the ones with all the pesticides in it.
Yeah, it's not the Starbucks or Tim Hortons. So I tell people it's highly effective. You will find after you're done your coffee enema, your joints won't hurt anymore. You'll sleep like a baby. The headaches will go away. It's just because you're toxic and all the toxins are accumulating in your body.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad. I didn't write that in the question, but that was in the back of my head because I remember when I came across your coffee information, I was like, well, coffee enemas are good. So I think a lot of too, like with marijuana and coffee and some of the stuff can be used, if it's used correctly, it can be used for your benefit. But it's the same thing with the way they market it to us. And people also use stuff at coffee, weed, as a way of escaping their problems and not dealing with stuff, so.
Yeah, I just tell people you do what you want, but as you get older, you have more experience. So if I meet you at 50 and I met you at 30, you should be wealthier, you should be healthier, you should be happier because you have 20 more years under your belt to trial and error your way to a better life. And if you're not in a bit I'm going to meet you at 50, you're more poor, you're heavier.
Yeah.
You're more addicted.
Yeah.
Your relationships suck more. You're supposed to get wise with the experience of life. So if you're getting worse as your experience on the planet grows, you can be sure that what you're living out is lies. Because go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go on.
No, that's lies bring pain, and truth brings pleasure.